right. We were both right. Nice little ping pong on the flex.
You going to make it through the last 10 minutes or so of this show?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Oh, a little phlegm action?
Well,
a little phlegm and M?
I'm fine. I'm good. Trying this new instant coffee for the first time. I got to be in and out. I don't have time in the morning to be.
So is it powdery? Is that what it is? And you just mix it?
Roast. Folgers, Would you say love it?
Folgers? What are you, like a 92-year-old Irish lady?
And
flavor crystals.
I mean, my God, Folgers. That's what my grandma would drink.
Well, that's
Shout out Sanka.
That like $11 vodka in a gallon that's like pipe cleaner.
Get
That's what
some
Anna bought. That's what Anna
Fresca.
bought. And it came in the room last night. Oh, you don't need to go to Starbucks anymore. Here's some Folgers instant coffee. You can save some time on your morning commute. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
She's smart. Thanks, babe.
Now, if Folgers wants to sponsor us, it would be the best coffee I've ever had.
$6 for a coffee every day now, and our parents are like that. It used to be 6 weeks.
Yeah,
6 weeks of coffee for $6.
Right.
I can't hate on that.
We actually,
Chasky's a hater.
We got this thing called Nespresso.
Oh, I love that.
People love that.
Yeah,
We're waiting on our Nespresso machine to come back.
Oh, okay.
Because it started making a lot of noise. You wake up the baby, and it's just like, it's not doing it.
Yeah, you know about them early rises. You can't wake the family up.
No, you really can't. And
like a burglar.
Used to brew my own here.
How much sleep last night?
Last night was rough.
Okay.
Baby Milo was up from 11:40 till about 3:15.
Ouch.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Listen,
waking
I'm just waiting on Timeless Coffee to send me my new batch.
This baby's
Timeless
gonna kill me.
Timeless Coffee's instant coffee is really good.
Not Star Wars Bad Batch.
No.
That's a 3.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You crammed it in.
I'm reaching.
I'm feeling generous today.
I'm not a Star Wars guy.
Just want to tell you guys while we're on the food and drink topic.
What's that? You're gonna buy us lunch?
No, today was tough. At 8:23, everything changed with regard to my opinion of the morning roast.
Oh.
At 8:23 this morning, we're trying to drive in. It's
dramatic.
Dramatic. Now I'm worried. I have no idea what this sounds like. The boss at 8:23.
At 8:23, I looked at the clock because I'm like, this changes everything. Everything. Look, we get a lot of stuff coming our way in this business. We're very, very blessed. And I can look at my 3 children and be like, I might be able to help out with some Warriors tickets every now and again.
Boop.
Maybe we could go to a 49er game if you want.
Boop, boop.
I could take you underneath Oracle Park.
I feel like I'm getting the dad talk I never got as a kid.
It's set up right now.
Come sit on his lap.
I can get you to an Oakland Roots game at Laney College.
You guys know this.
I may break his leg if I sit on his lap. You boys packing some pounds these days.
I'm not a jealous human being. You guys know this, okay?
Okay.
But if it's true that the morning roast has an in with Susanna at Chick-fil-A
Thank you, Mark.
in Ceremony, there is absolutely no cred I could have with my kids
I'm so with you.
bigger than this. So I had to bring it up before we got to 9 o'clock. Because if Susanna's only listening from 6 to 9, I've never been more jealous in my life. Susanna, Willard and Dibs takes it at lunchtime. I just want to let you know now.
Oh, Susanna.
My gosh, I know. Like, are you? You
Chicken
guys
is for lunch, Susanna.
You got juice with Chick-fil-A at Ceremony? My kid would look at me like I'm Jesus himself.
They're trying to water pip our sponsor.
My man.
I don't blame
No,
them.
you could be the sponsor, but I just
Pip-Filet.
I need to ride your tails.
That's so good.
Next time, come on, Bonte. Next time you're driving through Ceremony, I just need to be in the trunk or something.
You want to be in the Batmobile?
Let me ask you guys a question.
I'll be robbing. That's fine.
So I've grown up obviously in San Francisco in the Bay Area. We didn't have a Chick-fil-A. I'd see the commercials all over. The same thing with Sonics. I would see the commercials all over. I'm like, I don't get it. What is this Chick-fil-A thing? I was up in Santa Rosa. Tommy Call, who used to work at this station's like, you got to try Chick-fil-A. So I went there one day and I converted. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, all right? Full convert. My dad, Chick-fil-A? What is Chick-fil-A? So he goes next door one day after we go golfing up there. He gets a pizza, takes a couple bites, comes in to the Chick-fil-A with someone else's pizza, which I thought was kind of like a no-no.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like your dad has a few of those a week, though, right? Your whole family.
He's the Frisco Larry
You don't
David.
worry about, right? You guys don't stop to worry about how everything looks all the time, do you?
100%.
Oh, he does.
Just my perception.
You should hear the sideshow that's being released a little bit later. We have a show after the show called The Sideshow where we talk about anything but sports.
Oh.
And Shasky, we'll just let you live.
I like it.
You can only find it where you find our podcast. So anyway, point being is we're sitting there eating, and I go, Dad, take a bite. It's the spicy deluxe is undefeated, never lost. You know, LeVar Ball, it was very popular at the time. He took one bite and goes, throws the pizza away, walks up, orders 2 spicy deluxe. So last night
He
after
orders 2.
I'm not joking. And extra pickles.
Yeah, I go 2. You got to go 2 spicy deluxe and then a regular deluxe.
If we're anywhere near a Chick-fil-A, he has to stop and get one. He thinks it's the greatest thing ever, and I don't disagree with him.
Yeah.
Listen, I like everything. I'll eat almost
I'm the same
anything.
way.
So it's not even that. This is really just wanting to be a legitimate dad to my children. They couldn't give a rip about anything that I can provide them in life. I don't even know if they care about going to college. But if I told them, hey, we got an in at the Ceremony Chick-fil-A, they'll be in the car before I'm done with the sentence.
I just went there the first time because I've been 32 years no meat, and so now I'm kind of getting back into like what's all this all about. I was in the Tucson airport. Tucson Airport, about an hour and change before the flight, and you go to the food court, and it's like, we got options.
Yeah,
and I said to my lady supper, it was lunch, by the way. It wasn't
Mark.
Yeah, so I don't think they had a Sbarro, but Sbarro is usually one I go to.
Yeah.
Greasy ass.
The knots.
Oh, my
Hey, come
gosh.
on, we've all eaten it.
Come on.
I saw the Chick-fil-A.
I didn't say I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I did. So you tried it for the first time.
Tried it.
What'd you
it's-
get?
I think I got one of those various sandwiches.
Yeah,
chicken I don't even know which one I
spicy
got.
sandwich.
Give me the chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
and
Biscuit's really good.
It's delicious.
It is good.
It was just a delicious chicken sandwich. And so next time I was in the airport, caught me on a Sunday. I walked up. I'm like,
Oh my God.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, you got me on a
They're out.
Sunday.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
the
they're
worst,
out.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
Hey,
It's
by
a-
the
you know,
way,
it's a
hash
choice.
browns are underrated too.
I've never had them.
Okay.
That's what the meal. You
I've
just
never
get
had the
sandwiches?
breakfast there.
You just get this.
I always go spicy
a lot of
deluxe.
people- a lot of
I'm a
people-
spicy, and the waffle
Breakfast
fries are
is
on.
good.
You're
on
one of those
point.
weird people that has chicken sandwiches for lunch.
Yes,
I like-
exactly.
Yeah, and so do we, Susanna. 9 to noon. That's right. Sorry.
How you doing, Susanna?
Yeah, totally.
No, it's
So
9:03.
now I gotta
Susanna's
ask.
gone.
What's your
Fun.
sauce? What's your sauce? Chick-fil-A sauce,
I don't go
Polynesian.
sauce.
What?
I don't go sauce.
No sauce?
No sauce.
Yeah.
No sauce.
On the
That
fries?
surprises me.
No
I don't-
sauce
you know,
Gardner
I'm a
over
weird
here.
guy when it comes to
Think of
fries.
the
I don't
same
like
thing.
ketchup on my fries.
That's a 4.
That is a 4. That's good. No ketchup on fries. Nothing. I like French fries plain. Give me the salt. Give me the grease.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
No
you're
ketchup on
unseasoned.
fries. I'm the same way. No
Really?
ketchup on fries. Yeah.
Yeah.
At all?
Overrated.
Occasionally ranch. But,
Tater tots?
yeah. I mean, I don't eat a lot of tots, but
Okay.
those are my tots. And a little Napoleon Dynamite.
So
but
good.
dude, those are my tots. Ketchup occasionally,
Yeah.
but usually I'm like Bonte. I prefer the grease and the salt.
Okay.
Straight to it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I like the Chick-fil-A sauce with the fries. I think it's excellent.
Yeah. I can't remember what sauce I went to, but I know next time I'm down at Ceremony Mall,
Exactly.
tell them Bonte sent you.
When I go to Dick's Sporting Goods, don't forget Dick's and Party City and Target, and
Like
we
a
see
super-
all of you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right, Dave and Buster's. We love you too.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you guys getting into today?
Oh, okay. First of all, Mike Silver and Rick Barry are both going to be on.
Oh, Rick Barry.
Well, okay, so
Famer.
couple things. First
What
off, I
time
want
is
to
Rick Barry?
In or out of
Rick
the
Barry's
shower?
right out the gate.
9:30?
Right out the gate.
Right out the gate.
Right out the gate. Would love to get his perspective on everything we've been talking about, but I also want to say to you guys, and I know you were sort of trying to say you do not need to apologize to anybody for talking about Draymond Green. Like this whole idea of whatever happens on social media, and we've got, look, the bottom line is we in 2022 have way too much access
100%.
to what people are saying and thinking about our show because each one of them individually is just one person. So, of course, we're going to get 1,000 people on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. Will you guys just move on? No, because like for every person who says that, there are 1,000 who aren't moving on. And by the way, America, no, you don't want to hear about the X's and O's of the Golden State Warriors 5 days before tip-off. You don't want to hear about that. Draymond Green went off, hauled off, and punched a beloved teammate. I got a news flash for you. This isn't going anywhere all year.
I know.
Yeah.
But Mark, I think the bigger
Dave Fleming on your show was amazing.
I know.
As always, but amazing with the way he talked about how it does feel like this is the ushering in of the end. And we are going to be here for every
100%.
step of that journey. This is a massive story. And I'm not going to take any of the media is
No, but
hanging
it's
on to
unfair.
this.
Yeah, it's
Stop
unfair.
it.
Well, here's-
This is a
it's not just the
massive
media.
story.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Dibs during the last break, we act like the fans are not going to screenshot everything, blow
For
it up
sure.
and lip read. Think about
Come
the Jimmy
on.
Garoppolo lip reading game in Denver. Media didn't break that. That was a fan who looked at that and said, "Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo looks like he's tired of Shanahan's plays." He says Shanahan plays suck. That was a fan. You don't think fans are going to do that all year long? I'm not going to be looking at every handshake between Poole and Draymond because I do want to watch the X's and O's. I do want to see how Wiseman's moving or Curry, what he's doing at the age of 34, going into 35. I want to see how Clay's moving around.
But there's a thirst for the other stuff.
That cloud of Draymond, yes, you're right, Mark. Well, it's not going anywhere.
I mean, the Jimmy thing, there's a salacious nature, and did our imagination run amok? I'm here for that criticism if you all want, but this is not imagination.
No.
He hit him. He hit him.
Mark, at softball last night, everyone, it's all they want to talk about. They're asking me, they're pepping. I'm like, you guys know what I know.
Dude, E in San Jose called us today. I said, E, are you and your buddies talking about it? He goes, dude, at my softball game, a caller, the umpire asked me about it 13 times. Everybody's talking about it, of course.
I'm at the dentist yesterday. Shout out Bill Cavalli in Berkeley. Tell him Dib sent you. Don't go after the Chick-fil-A.
Tell you what.
Dr. Peter, they all listen to us.
I'm in the chair, and Cavalli, love him, great dentist. I'm mouth open, and he's going to work. What do you think? What do you think about the punishment? And I'm like, first, I'm thinking to myself, dude, I can't answer. I can't answer. You got tools in the mouth right now. You're going to work on my tartar. Shout out, no cavities. But
good for you.
That's always my thing. Thank you. Yeah. It's always my thing with the dentist. It's like, I would love to talk to you if you want to like get a beer at some time. Now's not the time. Dude, you want to go sign language on you?
For everybody here in this room and everybody else in our industry, if you're a radio host and then the industry spits you out, be a dentist. Because that's what all of us want to be. We want to talk to somebody who can't respond.
And make $500 grand a year.
Unbelievable. Seriously. Every dentist I've ever known, Dr. McConnell, I know you're listening.
Shout him out.
Absolutely love to sit there and talk sports. And you're like,
totally.
I don't know what to tell you. You know?
Right. But to your point, I mean, everybody, it's the thing that we're all talking about. And tomorrow in the preseason game, we're not going to be looking at the at the 1-4 pick and roll and how they're doing on inbounds plays.
The flat 4?
Split action?
We
Exactly.
got time for all this.
Top blocking? Come on, Dibs, you know where I'm going.
Stop. I can't even go there.
I've seen 17 people punch each other in a game.
I can't even stand it. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. That's what we're going to be. And it's a preseason game.
Did I be talking about the speckle belly on the field at Dodger Stadium?
Oh, my God.
Speckle belly. Oh, my gosh.
That was great.
That was fantastic.
It was awesome.
I was mad that they took him. Just play the game.
I'm surprised PETA isn't because the way you stuffed him into a garbage can.
I know, they threw that thing in a garbage can. I'm like,
more outrage.
I'm just mad at the Dodgers to score 4 runs. Saw your boy needed last night.
Well, if it was here in the Giants, all of a sudden somebody has that thing as a pet, and it's like the rally bunny or whatever.
Alexa the bunny.
And if it was the Astros, they would have turned the can over and started banging on it. There's all kinds of stuff that could have happened.
PETA. It's Mark Willard.
Pete Petula might bring that to the Niners. Up to the Giants.
Pete Petula, 11:30 tomorrow. Willard and Dibs.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it Petula or Patella?
It's Patella, by the way. Yeah, it's Patella.
No, we're all learning together.
Well, no, it's a U that's pronounced as an E. Just think of it. Yeah, think of it like an injury with the 49ers. It's a patella.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
Sorry. Too soon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really too soon.
So Rick Barry, 9:30.
Rick Barry. So we'll get through that, and then I'd love to pitch this guy's.
I can't wait for Rick Barry. What is he going to say?
Well, okay.
I would have punched him back.
You know that happens all the time in the 70s. Let me tell you, I got punched.
Hands flying, pickleball all the time.
Come on, people.
He did have a moment in the 70s in ABA where they went into the stands. I don't know if it was him, but I remember him.
Against the Pistons.
Yeah, I remember him telling that story.
Always against
in the ABA, he said that the crowd, they went in, because this was during the Stack Jack fight. I remember him explaining at the time, oh, no, that happened many times.
It did.
Yeah.
We played it on the pregame show last year. In Detroit, Rick Barry.
Yes.
And Rick Barry, it was Paul, it was Al Addles it was fans, it was wild. It was for the fight lasted like 12 minutes, and guess what?
12 minutes.
Nobody received a technical foul. Nobody got thrown out the game. It just played on.
This is one thing. This is one thing I always, and just the debate where it pops to mind, not that I want to go here, but because I don't ever want to do it again, but the whole MJ LeBron stuff. One thing that I always give to, for instance, a LeBron in that conversation is the fact that athletes, and what we're talking about, people like us, every human being listening to us, there is a completely different dynamic now that our world is being taped.
Thank you, Mark.
And that there is social media to talk about it and show it
every step
and make it go viral every step of the way. And so we've all got to get used to that. You're watching the Warriors in real time deal with the frustration of, by and large, 30-something, 40-something, and 50-something, Steve Kerr, Bob Myers, whatever, year-old people who are dealing with the idea of we used to be able to do this privately, and now you don't get to do that anymore. And that is incredibly challenging. It changes everything.
It's such a great point. One of the things that I marvel with, whether you like LeBron or not a misstep, like essentially off the court for the entirety of his career. And I appreciate all the things he's done off the court. Do I love the theatrics? No, but I have so much respect for him. I was watching The Last Dance when that got released, and I was thinking, Jordan played 36 holes on the day of a playoff game with Danny Ainge, who played for the Boston Celtics. Now, I don't have a huge deal with it, but if Steph Curry or LeBron did that with James Harden, just hypothetically, oh my God! Like, think of the outrage from people.
And there would be video.
Exactly.
There would be video of them high-fiving on the 17th hole after a birdie, and you're high-fiving this guy, you're playing him in 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
People would lose their mind.
Well, so I just want to go back, Dibs. I don't know if you remember this. I'm not trying to age you, but April 18th, 1977.
I'll never forget it.
Because you're a big-time Warrior fan. The reason why we played that cut, because I'm looking now. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Sorry, Nahigan. I know you sent an email about this the other day, but whatever. Bob Lanier passed away. Bob Lanier was on the Pistons that day, and he got into a fight with Charles Dudley of the Golden State Warriors. Rick Barry got his eyes scratched. I'm sure Rick Barry will bring that up today.
Yep.
April 18th, 1977. Bob Lanier fighting.
If he doesn't bring it up, we will.
Nobody got a technical. Nobody got kicked out the game. They played on.
No, and I don't believe it was televised, and I don't think that I saw any memes on Twitter that day as I was walking home from second grade.
Boy.
But it was a time, and to your point, Mark, our lives, everyone's life is now being recorded.
Documented.
Like, if I walk from here to Bart, it took Bart today, shout out to Bay Bridge Backup and TSL on the rise, but between here and the Embarcadero station, how many cameras do you think capture me
that's a great
on
question.
my walk? And this is something we really learned at the Boston Marathon bombing, where they were able to trace those two scumbags all the way through their route with their backpacks. So if any of us think that everything that we're doing is not being recorded, I mean, in here, we've got Zoom cameras.
Yes.
We've got mounted cameras. You walk out of the building, there's cameras all over in the building, outside every building. So we all need to live our life in that same perspective.
I watched the D.B. Cooper, I'm going real old school, the D.B. Cooper doc on Netflix, right? And this is a guy who hijacked a plane.
I went to school with D.B. Cooper.
Where the hell do you find all this time? Every time,
I mean, come on.
Anyway, go ahead.
He's got no kids.
He's
got no kids.
Unbelievable.
D.B. Cooper, it was like an hour and a half, right? D.B. Cooper. But it's like, in this day and age, as he's walking through, he would have been captured by thousands upon thousands of cameras. Someone would have had a ticket. This and the other. The way you register now in terms of getting tickets, like, just thinking about what he did and getting away with it, it could never happen today.
Anything. Go to JFK being shot.
Exactly.
I mean, the whole thing would have been like, well, there's your guy right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, all of it would have been on tape. So, but especially if you're the Golden State Warriors and you're a celebrity. And so that to just go back and, Dibs, we made this point the other day. Go back to Draymond's press conference, and it is literally the one thing that I would have told him if I were his advisor. Don't do that. Don't get mad at the fact that there's video and it got out, and you said it got edited and presented a certain way, and there's no audio. You did this, and you're Draymond Green, so you damn well know that your life is being recorded, and you can't get mad when you made decisions and you make mistakes, and the world sees them, because that is a baseline for you now when you wake up and leave your house. That's a baseline
for all of us.
You cannot get mad. You can't get mad because you made a mistake and other people saw it.
What do you expect to practice today? He's returning to practice.
Expect.
And then
I would
tomorrow
expect
you brought
basketball
the game.
cameras
practice.
off.
Yeah.
And by the way,
cameras off, right.
Him getting captured on video hitting Jordan Poole is the new media. So next time we talk old media, new media, score one for the new media.
You were on that, Mark. I want to ask you a question about, like, you guys were talking about everything's being documented. I had a nephew get into it with some kids at school. They created an account, and they were kind of cyberbullying this kid. And so, because we're in the media, I have some, I guess, experience on how to navigate it. And I'm curious how you guys are talking to your kids about everything you post, everything you video, everything you like, literally can affect you for the rest of your life. And I know that sounds dramatic, but he got in big trouble at school, and I don't want to give away all the details, but, like, I had to sit him down. I'm like, it's not funny. Like, you messed with this kid, and now everybody at the school knows about it because it's some fake account. And I'm thinking, like, this thing from 8th grade could, now it's not going to hopefully, could carry on for his whole life, and he's just some kid messing up. How do you guys talk to your family about that?
You've all seen The Social Dilemma, right? I mean, if you haven't, here's the only takeaway you need. You are not getting away or hiding with anything you're doing on the internet. Like if you think I'm in the privacy of my own home, and so now I get to go into darkplaces.com.
Yes.
And look, we're all human beings. I get it. Like we all know what happens right when the lights go out. But I'm like, it is all. Even if you visited it for 3 seconds, it is all being recorded. It is all on your resume, and you may be fine with that. Like again, we're all imperfect human beings. But man, like I actually haven't really had to go too deep into that conversation yet in my house. My 15-year-old is not really wired that way. He's kind of an introvert, although you watch because there are things that they're doing that you don't know about.
Right.
But like, the phones, like when they become teenagers, they close the door. And that already gets you going, right? They close the door and they're on their phone. And it's terrifying because like you can ruin your world from your bedroom with your phone.
My daughter is 6 weeks old and she can't get off Instagram. I got to pry that thing out of her hands already.
No, that's true, Mark. My niece was over Sunday.
Yeah.
And, her mom was like, so let me see this. Let me see your phone. And she has a text thread with her friends. They're in 5th grade. And some of the things that are being said in this show is like, that's not cool.
5th grade.
Like 5th grade. Wow. I mean, they're talking like grown-ups, man. I was talking to Darrell Wright about this the other day. He's like, man, I coach these kids, dude, they're growing up too fast, man. Way too fast. In the wrong direction, in the wrong way. Like Instagram,
and a lot of
TikTok,
it's because all those influences. And, I'm older than you three, and I grew up at a time where you didn't have cable TV. You had 6 channels. You had to get up, and you had to kick. You had to actually physically click the thing. And then I remember when that first cable box came out, and there was a hack where you could push 4 buttons at once, and then you type in HBO, and you would get HBO.
No way.
I'll show you sometime. You can look. It was the beige box. You push 4 buttons at once.
Wow.
The box went off, the TV didn't, and then you would type in. And we used to be able to get the Playboy Channel. And HBO and Showtime.
Cinemax.
All that stuff.
Late at night.
I mean, they didn't even have fights on HBO back then. This is like This is like in the late 70s, early 80s. I mean, the influences that we had aren't even like 1/1,000,000th of what your kids.
Not even close.
My baby. So it's a lot harder now.
I will say though, just to make everybody feel better, I truly believe this. Like, there's never been a 30 or 40 or 50 something in the history of the world that didn't think the world was going to hell in a handbasket.
That's true.
Right? Like our parents sat around at this age at one point.
These hippies.
Right, and said the exact same
My
thing.
dad was a hippie, so
all it really means is we don't understand what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Which has been true every generation in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
That's what this is their normal.
Yes.
This is right, the social media, and they'll figure it out, and there'll be pitfalls. But it's terrifying.
Well, to bring it back to sports now, what you said about the Warriors is true. Not that they didn't realize that these things were being recorded because they're a part of the recording, but think about Ken Dorsey, the offensive coordinator for the Bills, who smashes the camera. We now have cameras in the booth.
And they know.
I know they know.
Yeah, they know.
But the point is the encroachment on all of our lives is happening across all platforms.
Nowadays, we'd have the Mike Singletary dropping of the pants. I mean, that video would come out, wouldn't it?
Good point.
TMZ still looking for it. The cameras a candlestick.
Those interns with the 49ers, man, they must be paid well.
That's it for us. We got to run because Rick Barry's joining Willard and Dibs at 9:30. Willard and Dibs coming up right now.